Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. On the last Let's Play, we went from Eastcrown to Valinor Forest, where, oh yeah, I guess there was things that happened with us. This guy, whose name eludes me, said that the Elder doesn't want to be Elder anymore, so when they make it to Mazau, he's going to abdicate, and then I get to pick who's going to be the Elder, which these two argued amongst each other. Who's going to be Elder? We talked a bit about that. Let's see. This guy is angry at Sovi because Sovi's, kind of keeping him out of stuff and treating the prisoner as a co-worker, I guess, which is kind of weird. That he seems to be like, I shall use you to fight with me, even though he doesn't seem to win it. And then the thing that they found was a spirit idol, which his plan is to, the army is attacking Valinor, that the Triumvirate goes to the place, and he attacks and kills them. So anyways, go look at the places with the symbol here. I guess here, because, that. To Solberg. As soon as we enter Sauleberg, we're all in shock. It's such a beautiful sight, unlike anything in Valinor. From here, it's very obvious that we're up in the mountains. The fact that Valinor's lush forests are prone to hide.
Whoa. This is amazing. I can't believe something like this was so close.
And look at the spirit idol! That's so cool! Even if it's not lit up, it's still beautiful.
Mila said it went dark when the Cirrus was born. I can't believe all that energy is inside of you.
So what is it, that one that went dark? I thought it was the one in the tree. They both look at me as if they don't understand. But I guess that's fine. We don't really know what's happening. I must have been given this power for a purpose. But what purpose?
Hey! Race you to the idol, Valessa!
Don't break it. He starts running like his life depends on it. Quite a head start if you ask me.
Hey! That's not fair!
She quickly falls after them, closing the distance. Which is weird because he's a rabbit and usually rabbits are faster. I don't know. It was nice to see their spirits lifted like this. I might as well make the most of my time here. Where it all began. Okay. Look at the thingy. So this is it, the idol that gives me its power. Against my will, I was chosen for this greater destiny. The last Cirrus of Valinor, perhaps the savior of Alestia.
I can't believe we've lost our connection with the spirits. There must be some way to get it back, right?
Are you sure we lost it, though? It's still here, just inside of the Cirrus.
I'm pretty sure it's not that simple. This idol has roots that reach all across Valinor. As far as I know, the Cirrus doesn't have any roots.
Well, maybe there's a way to put the energy back. After we've taken down the Triumvirate.
Well, let's see, I could grow into a tree or something, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe this is only temporary, and they'll come back. The Seer won't need the power after we've won, right?
Hopefully it's easy. We look at each other and smile. There had to be a way to reconnect Valinor with the spirits. We had a long journey ahead of us, and plenty of time to learn how. Ooh, grass. It appears Milas has people take care of this place. There's no other explanation for the grass being so short. If it was truly abandoned, it would be almost as tall as us.
I always knew that Milas had people guard Solberg, but I thought it was to keep the spirit idol safe. Now we know, it's so they don't find out it's dark.
So we weren't the first ones that he told then? The guards must have known if they stood watch all day. I can't even think of anyone Milas trusts that much.
Well, we can't hide this from the people forever. If we resettle Valinor, they'll need to know.
Yeah, right? Looks like those bridges led to the Outlook. It's technically the exit to the rest of Alestia. A long mountain trail that takes you to the mainland. The trail from Peregrino is probably safer, though. Those bridges look like they could break any second. Especially if they had been neglected for over 20 years. Okay, just gonna scan the screen a bit. We did the idol. Yeah, the outlook, technically okay, skip. Unskip. Anything to note here besides the grass and the bridge and the idol? Oh, okay, yeah, again. So this is it. The idol that gave me this power. Against my will. Oh. Destiny, the last years, perhaps. I thought we already
I can't
looked at-
believe we've lost our connection with the spirits.
Are you sure we lost it, though?
I'm pretty sure
Well,
Didn't
Yeah.
say skip. Okay. Click on you guys.
what? No fair! How did you beat me?
Skill.
even with a head start, you're no match for me. Time to throw in the towel. Stick to climbing trees.
Oh? So you want to have a climbing race?
I'll pass, thanks.
I mean, what are you going to climb here? The idol?
Wait, why?
A smart person doesn't pick a battle they know they'll lose. I'm surprised you challenged me for it, Tim. You know how fast I am.
Are you calling me stupid?
No, I'd never do that. Anyway, isn't the spirit idol beautiful?
That's putting it lightly. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. When it's lit up, it must be incredible.
Yeah, I'd pay almost any price to see that. But don't worry, Fortum. I'm sure there's something we can do. If we all work together, we can make that idol shine again.
That it? I guess that's it. The hourglass is no longer there, so now to Peregrino. Hey, we've been to 2 places in the Let's Play now. After a lengthy trek through the forest, we arrive in Peregrino. The scent of ale and the aged wood of the tavern permeate the air. Samir lets out a sigh of relief, having finally achieved his goal.
Well, looks like we're finally here. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Not as bad as I thought it'd be.
My legs are a little sore, but I'll manage. I know we're far from home, but this still feels like Valinor. I guess maybe I expected something a little different.
Just wait until you see the outlook, Valessa.
Can we go the outlook?
The outlook?
You can almost see the entirety of Alestia. As soon as there's no trees in the way, you'll be amazed. It's easy to forget we're on top of the highest mountains.
So, we're not surrounded by trees the entire way to Mazeo?
Absolutely not. Even aside from the deforesting, trees are scarce. It makes for a beautiful view. I'm sure you'll love it.
Antonin's voice implied that he wouldn't be going along with us. If he's seen it before, then doubt that staying behind was a big deal. But for some reason, Fontaine and Valencia seem a bit upset at hearing this.
Right. I guess you're in your own schedule now. You only had to bring us to Peregrino.
I'm not about to ditch you, though. Now head inside. Feel free to follow along. It won't be too hard to find Pro. Trust me.
He leaves our side and starts walking towards the tavern. We exchange glances, seeming a bit hesitant.
Well, I guess this is it. As soon as we meet with Pro, we're off to Mazeo.
Yin.
Wait, did you say pro?
We're all startled by the sudden intrusion. But to me, the voice is immediately recognizable. Ulric.
What? Who's there?
Oh, he's the guy that was stabbed and turned into armor. He lets out a soft laugh as he approaches us. After looking me up and down, A wide smile appears on his face. I forgot we haven't actually met. It's the blade on my back he notices.
Well, what do you know? It's you. Kind of makes my job a whole lot easier.
Wait, you know us?
Just the CRS.
Then you must be.
Ulric! From the Vision!
Excuse me?
Yeah! You were in the Vision that the Cirrus had last night.
Huh. Haven't even met, and I'm already in your dreams. That has to be some kind of new personal record.
Cracks another smile. Is that an attempt at flirtation? Yeah. If it was, it wouldn't go anywhere. Fontaine promptly interrupts.
She said you died, Ulric. Something about a man named Sovi.
His ears perk up as he hears the name Sovi. But he seems to find something comedic about Fontaine's words. Clapping his hands together simply once, he smirks at the three of us.
You sure are good at first impressions, little one.
I'm not little!
It seems that nobody jumps to Fontaine's defense.
Is he telling the truth, CRS?
I'd rather not talk about it. Yeah, it's all true.
How exciting. You'll have to tell me more once we grab Pro. After that, we're going to evacuate Valinor.
I would also like to add that there might be some misconceptions and stuff. You know, because it might not be perfect. I mean, it definitely wasn't perfect before. It's gotten a lot better, and also since we changed things, things change. It seems like he's able to piece things together. The vision of his death and Sovi was Valinor's destruction. He wastes no time suggesting our immediate course of action.
Actually, Miles is taking care of that. The village is gathering for a celebration tonight. The perfect time to group up and escape, right?
Well, unless people get schnockered before they hear the news.
Really? I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here. Either way, Pro and I will take you to Domek. I'm glad to hear this vision of yours won't come to pass.
Hopefully. And which is true. Avoid Valinor entirely. Too bad the attack on Valinor wasn't something we could avoid.
Shall we get things started? Unless you want to talk more, I'm up for that too.
Well, we wouldn't have a Let's Play of Winds of Change unless we sit in one spot and chat amongst each other and somehow are able to see in different directions in times of what's going on. Now would we? I can't tell if he's being genuine or sarcastic. It's hard to get a read on this man, and that's odd. His resolve in last night's vision, his demeanor, was clear. I feel like even though we barely talked, we're on the same page. He seems to know why we're here, where we're going, and what we need to do. That makes things a bit easier. Endless planning would be tedious.
Whenever you're ready, Cirrus. Seems like we have a lot ahead of us.
You wanna get a drink? Remember, kids, don't drink. We all look at each other before nodding. It seems like everyone else is following my lead. I could probe Ulric for information, or head right inside. Probe. Gonna probe him. Ulric has now permanently joined your party. Hyena. So let me guess, that would be going inside. Oh, how about we be out here and probe for a little bit? Hey. So, you recognize this blade?
Absolutely. I'd recognize that thing anywhere. I'm surprised you have it out in the open like that. We went through such great lengths to hide it.
Yeah, probably should try now and cover it or something. Can you tell me about it?
About the Blade of Exodus? It's extraordinary. I have no idea where it came from or the full range of its power. It can repurpose life into an energy that serves the wielder. That gear at the base can spin, which should be impossible. It's almost like some parts of the blade exist in a different world. I'm starting to think that's the case. Where else would it store all that power?
The gear at the base can spin, kind of like a fidget spinner or something, which is impossible. What are your thoughts on this weapon?
It's practically cheating. Whoever wields it has infinite power. I don't think of the triumvirate as gods. They were just abusing this weapon. Now that they don't have it, taking them down should be child's play.
Yeah, hopefully. How does it accomplish such a thing?
I have no idea, and I don't think we'll ever find out. It must tap into a person's spirit before it enters the spirit realm. That's the only non-physical part of us that could be considered energy.
How long have the Triumvirate had it?
I'm assuming they've always had it. It's how they came to power. Some people seem to think they used the blade to create our entire world. Not many people know about it, though, and they see the Triumvirate as gods. And they really aren't. They're just men who came upon a greater power, and now we have that greater power. We can rule Alestia far better than them. I think we should destroy that blade after we win. It's a tool of pure corruption.
But I like having ultimate power. How did the rebellion manage to seize it?
It wasn't too
Good
long
question,
ago,
actually.
maybe half a year. The rebellion planned an attack. Our previous leader planned it down to even the smallest detail. Steal the blade, map out their castle, and pave way for our future liberation.
Uh-huh.
I'll be honest, he knew he was going to die. He used his final moments to get the blade. Some people think it's a little fishy. How could we win so easily? Did they let us win? I don't think it's that deep. They just didn't expect our leader to effectively commit suicide.
Sound impressive. Were you on that mission?
I was. Change the subject.
Okay, but we'll still talk about that mission. I liked him at the old leader. I won't let him down, hopefully.
I'm sure you won't. I don't think any of us will. The scope of his planning went farther than I could have imagined. Being the Elder of Valenorth, he planned every aspect of your involvement.
Oh, right, the Elder of Valenorth was the, head of the rebellion.
I guess breaking Valenorth's non-partisan stance made perfect sense to him. Every little piece was in place. The liberation of Alestia was finally attainable. I just hope that you're everything you thought you'd be. Wielding that blade isn't easy.
So what is the bad things that the Triumvirate do besides attacking Alestia and having what they say is a bloodless but also bloodful takeover of Maseo? Think Damon will do a good job as his
He
replacement?
already is, and I'm happy to serve him. Things are going swimmingly. It helps that he was one of the founding members of the rebellion, too. At that point, though, he was too young to lead. Things are different now. He's done a fine job of honoring our leader's legacy and guiding us to victory. He had to make a few hard decisions, but I trust his judgment without question. Everything is going according to plan. Our final assault is all we need.
In my vision, Sophie used it on you.
Wait, he used the Blade of Exodus on me? That's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to wield it. You're the only one. Even Dominic nearly died the first time he touched it. I'm still surprised, though. He had a small vision when he did. Perhaps he has some spiritual energy inside of him. Either way, hopefully I went out in a blaze of glory.
Wait, how do I turn this off? Sorry. I was trying to look at a phone call that I missed. I wonder why he called me. And then for some reason it seemed to just bring up Twitch for some reason. Yeah, perhaps it's either way. Blaze of Glory. Saying Carol and Blade. Okay, you went out like a hero, you bought some time to escape.
Yeah, that sounds like me. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just thankful that this vision won't come to pass. I have a lot of life left in me. That makes me wonder, though. What was the purpose of seeing something like that? I can understand a vision of Valenorth being attacked, but seeing me and watching me die? We've never even met. How is it possible to know what I look like and how I act? I know the spirits give visions of the future, but that's so specific, and it won't happen.
Also, bought us time to escape. I mean, we ran just a little bit before, we all died.
Sylvie is an incredibly strong adversary, even without the blade. But if he's able to wield it, we better make sure it never enters his hands. His strength, coupled with that blade. I don't scare easily, but that's terrifying.
His strength's incredible. Was it him or the blade? Okay, wait, you mean Sylvie can't use the blade?
There's no way he should be able to. I imagine even you're having trouble. It's not meant for just anybody to wield. You need an incredible spiritual connection. Dominik might have a small one, but Sovi? A man like that has no connection to the spirits.
Do you think we'll win because of it?
Hard to say. That depends on your ability to wield it. The Triumvirate had that blade for an eternity. You don't have that much time. Not to put too much pressure on your shoulders, it's just the truth.
That's our victory, though. Zermir told me.
Yeah, but you also saw me die, right? These visions aren't as reliable as I've been led to believe.
True.
Rather than seeing the future, it's almost like it shows you what to avoid. Too bad we can't avoid what's coming to Valenorth. When Dominik touched the blade, he saw Valenorth fall and the rebellion win. It seems like he's embracing what he saw. Good thing you're not, or else I'd be dead.
Siren, the Legend of the Blades, how do you feel about this war?
You mean how do I feel without our most valuable assets? Pretty terrible. Without visions to guide us and the power of that blade, we'd be dead. There's no way we could take them down through conventional means. However, at the moment, everything is in our favor. Everything. We just need to be careful. Do not let the Triumvirate or Sovi take that blade back. If we can do that, victory is as good as ours. A new future will rise to greet Alestia.
I'm glad we're on the winning side. This is going to be scary.
Scary is an understatement, but I've never been more certain of our victory. Dominik is pretty excited to meet you, actually. You're going to help us win this war.
It was really weird that my phone was like, hey, here's Twitch. Because I didn't have that open. To be honest, I actually can't even use it.
I'm fully aware of that. It'll take some training to get used to it. When we get to Museo, Dominik will place you under a strict training regimen. You need to get as much practice as possible before we launch our attack.
Okay. Enough practice, I sure will be able to master it, hopefully.
Of course, and I'm glad you look at it that way. Practice makes perfect. We can't expect you to use it immediately. Just do your best to be careful. You know what that thing is capable of.
Visions and stuff. Would you like to try using it, Ulric?
I'll pass, thanks.
Okay. Do you think maybe somebody else could wield it instead?
Dominik was able to use it only for a brief second. Any longer than that and he would have died. I think this one rests on your shoulders alone.
Oh, so it can cause death. I can't tell if that's being like, no, I can't be the only one, someone else has to shoulder this burden, or if it's like, well, there is chances that other people could wield it as well. I'll just say I accept responsibility.
Good. Fighting your calling is never the right idea. Just embrace it and let's do great things together. You'll make it out of this as a hero, you know.
Hopefully. What can you tell me on Dominik and their... How we just have all this conversation out
Well,
here?
the rebellion was formed around 20 years ago. Survivors of the occupation banded together and sought justice. Adults trained orphaned children to create the perfect soldiers. A long time has passed, and now the children are old enough to fight. And they've been perfectly trained. Almost their only purpose. Dominik was one of these children. The previous leader raised him as his own.
How'd you come and join it?
Obviously, I'm a little older. I wasn't a victim of the occupation. When it happened, I was just arriving in Museo to sell my sword arm. I moved here from Alarenthia as soon as I had the chance. Imagine wanting to get a new start and arriving in the middle of a war zone. That's pretty much what happened. So I did what anybody else would do. I joined the winning side, the Triumvirate, with the hopes of making money. It was going well, but then I realized they were killing children. I turned on them as quickly as I joined them, fighting for Museo. I was one of the first rebels. Got to watch Dominik grow up firsthand.
So how did you find out they were killing children? I'm glad you ended up choosing the right side.
It's purely subjective, but I happen to think you're right. The Triumvirate needs to be taken down or held accountable for what they did. Leaders should never get a free pass to commit atrocities. Never.
So wait, why are they killing children? Were they like children being trained to be rebels or
I'm
something?
sure
or
there's
what?
been insurrections in the past. There must have been. But the thing about us is that we have the Blade of Exodus, our victory.
Tell me more about Domic.
He's a good man. I've watched him grow into a capable soldier. He always has this way of being happy no matter the odds. Even if we lost almost every rebel, he'd find a way to keep us going. Cracking a joke or two is always in his nature, even in grim circumstances. It can lighten the mood, that's for sure. Nothing is worse than low morale. That's probably what he's best at, keeping the soldiers happy and motivated.
Oh, that's good, because we're at 0 morale right now. He seems to like a good man. And I'm serving him. That's an interesting attitude to have when you find war. I think he needs to wise up. You can't act that way when you're a leader. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, but it works. The morale of our troops is proof of that. Cold and calculated, but also personable and witty. He's really unique.
Well, the rebellion is largely made up of occupation victims.
Absolutely. Everybody lost something special that day. Families were torn apart. Many people lost the will to live. A lot of the children only wanted one thing: revenge.
So the rebellion started because of Mazeo, so it wasn't a bloodless thing. I thought they were saying it was bloodless. Guess
And
not.
a lot of the adults saw one thing: an army ripe for training. They banded together, and the rebellion slowly became what it is today. We are finally strong enough to do something, and that's special.
Your family was killed there. I guess I'm not alone.
Really? That's news to me. What a bad day to be in Mazeo. I guess it makes sense, though. You look like you carry purpose. You'll fit right in. I'm sure almost every rebel could relate.
Understand why it took so long to mount an offensive now.
Yeah, the bulk of the victims were children who lost their parents. Fast forward some 20-odd years and they're grown men and women. Nobody would send children to war. It was important to wait and train.
Train children to be soldiers. That's not right. Yeah.
What else were we supposed to do? It's not like we forced them. They wanted to fight, to be trained, and we wanted an army. We were able to achieve unity and grow into the force we've become.
Yeah, point. I guess that's right. I don't think that's justification enough. I mean, they did. If they're not, child soldier kind of things, and they're just, wanting to learn to fight to eventually, become soldiers. Sure. I mean, their parents were killed and all that, so.
Yeah, think about it for a moment. Without them, we'd stand no chance. Some people think their future was stolen, but if we win, we can get it back. No occupations. No families being torn apart. That's the true purpose of it all.
Though, hey, keep them at age when they're doing the fight, okay? Is the rebellion large? Do we have the numbers to win?
Not really. But it's not numbers that we need, just strategy. The Triumvirate's honor guard is weak. One man could easily kill 50. And with that blade on our side, they can't make any more. Just a matter of time.
Wait, what? Then I guess I'm glad we have this blade. Small army. So it's a losing battle. I mean, I guess we're
That's for
gonna have the
sure.
blade.
Without that blade, we'd never win. As I've always said, we can't take them down with conventional means. There's a lot resting on your shoulders. I hope you're up to the task.
Tell me about the previous leader.
There's not much to say. He doubled as the Elder of Valinor. You probably already know everything there is to know. You worked with him. The secrets he kept from you? Well, you've already been told. He sacrificed himself to get you that blade. Now he's gone. Domic buried him underground in Mazeo's tunnels, our new home. In fact, you could see his grave if you wanted. Pay some respects.
Can't let a sacrifice go to waste.
I doubt we will. He gave us a hand of winning cards. Damek is securing our HQ and planning our final attack right now. We'll sail to Balteas and take them down for good.
I forgot, for some reason I forgot summer's like, 8 o'clock, it's light outside. That's weird. It's like, oh right, summertime. Alice must have been shocked to hear all of this.
I heard that he was. He had a lot of stuff to deal with. Finding out about his father's true role and leading Valinor, I can't even begin to imagine what the inside of his head is like.
Buried under the new HQ, that's rather poetic.
I guess it is. But I doubt Damek was thinking that far ahead. It was just the most convenient place to bury his body. Those tunnels were being dug up, lots of tools lying around.
Ah, there's more. We'll finish talking to him and then we'll call it. We'll change it back from
Lots
Isa.
of pirates and people who are after money, no matter what. Don't trust random people and don't buy anything from a stranger. You'd get swindled and robbed far before you found anyone genuine. The occupation didn't make things too much better. It's still dangerous. Mazeo's spirit idol was also on its final days, dim and defeated. At least, that's what we thought, until very recently.
Oh, right. Tell me about the spirit idols.
Well, there's a church in Mazeo. It's supposed to be for triumvirate worship. At the altar there rests a very dim spirit idol. We assumed it was dying. But it's not even the true spirit idol. The true one rests deep underground.
So I don't know that other one isn't the true spirit idol.
The
one
one
he
in the
passed.
church was merely receiving energy from the true idol. That's why it was so dim. The source of power was far away. Nobody knows about this except for the rebellion. It's our secret. We want to try tapping into it for power. It's our only chance, too, since Alarenthia's idol was destroyed. And from what I've heard, Valinorth's died out a while back as well.
I was born.
Is that so? I suppose that's why you're so important. Its energy went into you, and now you can wield the blade. I hope you don't misuse this gift. I'll admit, I'm a bit intimidated.
Ooh, I got magic. Unless it was destroyed, how?
I'm not sure. It's one of Alarenthia's many legends. Apparently at the dawn of history, the triumvirate destroyed it. That's why Alarenthia grew into what it is today, an arid wasteland. If the triumvirate did it, we have to wonder why. Do the spirit idols pose some threat to their rule? That's why Damek wants to try tapping into Mazeo's true idol.
So nobody knew Mazeo had a bigger idol?
The triumvirate suspected it. That's why they were digging in Mazeo. But after 20 years, they found nothing. It was Damek who discovered it. We decided to keep it secret. He's coming up with a plan for it right now.
Is it possible that there are more idols we don't know about?
I suppose so. If the triumvirate didn't destroy all the others. But right now, the idol in Mazeo is the only one we know about. That is, unless there's one in Balteas. But I doubt it. I mean, the triumvirate could have one hidden there, maybe. But there's no way to know for sure. We should focus on what we do know.
Is piracy still bad even after the occupation?
Yeah, the occupation didn't do much to help, no matter what anyone says. I think I'm qualified to speak on the matter. I mean, I've lived there forever. There's still an active piracy network, smuggling things from Mazeo to Alarenthia.
So the triumvirate was after something else then?
Yeah, the elimination of piracy was just an excuse. I think they were searching for the spirit idol underneath Mazeo. But what they wanted it for, and what they do with it, I have no idea.
Do you think we could win the pirates to our cause?
Probably not. Not unless they had some reason to help us, a big one. A liberated Alestia would have no room for rampant piracy, right? And there'd be no reason to help a cause that hurts their livelihood. Right now they're a wild card, not on our side, but not against us either. We should use that to our advantage while we can. They might turn on us later.
So wait, are they pirates or are they smugglers? Because you're making them sound like smugglers, but pirates steal shit. Dan Riker needed to learn that. Is it going to be safe for me to wander on my
I'll be by your side. Damek should be as well. You'll be fine. We know the lay of the land and how to deal with people. Just follow our lead. Besides, most of our time will be in the Rebel HQ. It's safe there.
What will the rebellion do about piracy after the war?
Alestia will be free. We won't have any restriction on trade. That's a good thing and a bad thing. The pirate will fight against it. We could take down the triumvirate only to find ourselves against a pirate army.
But there's that... Free trade, that's smuggling. Come on. Do you ever sail back home to visit?
No. You couldn't even pay me to go back to Alarinthia. It's so hot it's almost unbearable. And the way they govern things is different. I know I say that Mazeo is dangerous, but Alarinthia makes it look like paradise.
Why do you hate Alarinthia so much?
I just don't agree with the way things are done over there. The strongest tribe gets to rule the land. It's a constant power struggle. Either way, Alarinthia isn't my home. My true home is Mazeo.
I guess that makes sense. Home is where you make it.
Yeah, and that's especially true in Alarinthia. You choose your home and family. You can change your circumstances if you don't like them. On the mainland and in Mazeo, it's different. People stay in toxic relationships. I think of it different. If you don't like your family, find a new one. I've spilled enough blood to hold no blind allegiance to it.
Ah? Blood? At least Alarinthia still exists. Palanorth is doomed.
That's a very grim way of looking at things. When the flames go out and the ash blows away, you can go back. It still exists. It'll just be a new Valenorth. Don't be pessimistic.
I mean, there's also the whole spirit thing, I guess. But sure. How do you know, Sylvie?
He recently rose through the ranks and has given us tons of trouble. When the Triumvirate gets in our way, he's likely responsible. He makes himself a lot more known. Way different than the last Inquisitor. I haven't gotten to meet his apprentice yet. A Grand Inquisitor always has to train one. It ensures a constant cycle of obedience.
Who was a previous Grand Inquisitor?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wait, Sylvie has an apprentice?
Yeah, but as I said, I have no idea who it is.
But I do.
If Sylvie is training him, though, I'd watch out. Seems like we'll be up against some tough opposition.
Actually, I have no idea what his name is, but I could find out. The driver don't have any more lackeys.
Not that I'm aware of, and I highly doubt it. It's just them, the Inquisition and their honor guard. Seems simple enough, but taking them down will be anything but.
Do you know... You seem to know an awful lot about this, Ulric.
The more you know about the enemy, the easier it is to oppose them. This is one of the fundamental rules of war. Know what you're up against. Ignorance on the battlefield is the fastest way to meet your own end.
Okay. Hey, we finished talking to him. It just took an extra 7-ish minutes. So anyways, end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys. I like comments, and what you like, dislike, tips, otherwise if you like my YouTube and like to see it grow. And please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of epic and please remember to subscribe your ammo to enjoy the pit population. I might get another cup of tea. I think that might be it for me recording today. So much to do. I have to have them talk and see what he's up to, and then go in the tavern and do anything else. And oh yeah, and also look at all the things. And then there's the next place. Boy, we're really burning through save slots. I guess we'll just have to wrap back around eventually. And until next time on Let's Play me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. See ya.